Man, here I was thinking I was about to go to bed, bro. I was about to go to bed, and this ESPN notification just flew down my phone. Hit my intro, bro. We got to talk about this. All right, let's do this again. So, I don't know if y'all just heard the news, but Urban Meyer was let go, aka he was released, aka he was fired by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I don't know if I don't know if 90% of the country knew this was coming when he first got the job. We thought it would be a bumpy start to the ride, but we didn't think it would be this bad. These last couple weeks just seemed to get just spiral out of control with each week that there was something new and different, damning story that just dropped out of nowhere. So let's go with the first sign that there was trouble when he tried to hire the ex-Iowa strength coach, the one that got in trouble for saying racial epithets and racial stereotypes to the Iowa football players at the time, who came out and said it was uncomfortable playing for him. It was uncomfortable to be in the same room with the strength coach. So that was the first sign that, okay, maybe something's wrong here. But hey, he's getting Trevor Lawrence. Jacksonville might not have the most talented roster, but they're still NFL players. Any given Sunday, you can win a football game. I'm not the biggest Jaguars fan, but I have just kept tabs on their record. They're like, 2-10? So while everybody knows Trevor Lawrence has the potential to be a superstar, we also realize that he just doesn't have the pieces around him that can really do well. Let's go into when we all knew this had gone off the rails. That video that dropped a couple weeks ago when he was basically filling up on that college girl in the bar. Yeah, that's how I knew it was going to be bad. It was going to be bad. It was like at that point, and this was after a game. This was after a game he went and did that. And the question was, what coach doesn't take the team flight back to the city with the team? So that was just head scratching on a multiple. So that was just head scratching on a lot of events. This was, I don't know if it was Bobby Petrino. No, it might be worse than Bobby Petrino and Steve Spurrier. And how, their first couple years did not really go so well in the NFL. They at least, did Bobby Petrino last more than one season? I believe they lasted at least more than one season. Don't quote me on that. I am not 100% sure about that. Especially because Bobby Petrino left in an even douchier way. But we kind of all saw this train wreck coming. And then a report dropped 2 weeks ago, or may have been last week actually, where he basically called all the assistant coaches losers, that they weren't winners. Even though he hired them, he hired the assistant coaches. And so it's like he's talking about them like this behind his back. He's talking like this to them face to face, private, and in private. That's very, very concerning. That's not good whatsoever. And then there was a story. Yeah, was that story today or was it a couple days ago, where the ex-Jacksonville Jaguars longtime kicker Josh Lambo basically said that Urban Meyer kicked him because he was missing too many field goals. Now, Now, here's my question. You can do this with, well, I don't even know if you can do this with college students. That's just unacceptable. That's just unacceptable to be hitting players that that's under your care. That's just totally unacceptable. But now it has me thinking, because if he's doing this to now grown men, including the assistant coaches, what in the world was he doing at Ohio State and at Florida? Because now I have questions. Now we definitely need that Florida 30 for 30 team that had Aaron Hernandez, the Pouncey brothers, PERCY, HARVIN, SIDNEY Rice, and Tim Tebow. We definitely need that Florida 30 for 30 because that team was wild. But like I said, that also has me raising questions. What in the world was going on behind the scenes between, during his stops at Bowling Green, Utah, Florida, and Ohio State? Was he always like this, or did the game just pass him by and he just wasn't adjusted? I don't know what to say. It was like between baffling stats, like where he said he wanted 250 passing yards, 250 rushing yards, which he can do at Florida and Ohio State. In the NFL, it's different. It's a different game. You have to do whatever it takes to win in the NFL. And sometimes your running game might not work. Sometimes your passing game might not work. Both games, it might not, both offensive areas to attack the defense might not just work. And then I saw a clip the other day when it was like he had two players on the same side where his receivers run into each other on a passing play. What is happening? And I guess this last straw that broke when Josh Lambo basically said where Josh Lambo came out and said that he kicked him, that was the final nail in the coffin. That I firmly believe Urban was going to get fired at the end of the season, like once the season finished. But I believe this incident was just too much of a PR hit that the owner of the Jaguars, Shad Khan, just had to cut bait. I guess Urban's gonna go back to Big Noon Kickoff, with that buyout money now from the Jags. I believe this is his last time coaching anywhere. I don't believe he's going to coach. I think he's just going to retire and be an analyst on TV, aka the Bob Stoops method. I believe this is his last stop coaching. It was a strongly held belief that he was going to leave at the end of the year. That game against Tennessee, he looked checked out at the end of that game. Like it was just a bad vibe, and let my camera refocus. And yeah, I don't. It was just bad. Like I think people knew it was going to get bad, but I don't think people knew it was going to get this bad, to the point where the owner just had no choice but to cut bait and let Urban Meyer go. So, Urban Meyer might be a crappy human being, but he's a phenomenal football coach, barring him being washed in Jacksonville at the end of his Ohio State years being washed. He's probably still a Hall of Fame coach. He has 3 national titles? Not many coaches have 1, unless you're Nick Saban. So he's probably still going to get in the College Football Hall of Fame for his contribution to what he's done to the sport. He's had a legendary career. It was just time, and the game has passed him by. Go be an analyst, Urban. The fun's over. Go enjoy your family. Go enjoy your grandkids. It's time to be a full-time analyst. Go back to Fox, Big Noon Kickoff. And that's the it. And I think we all knew he was going to get fired, but I don't think we knew he was going to get fired during the season. But it just got so bad. Like I said, the owner just had no choice. But I'm Juju Gamer. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, hit that subscribe button below. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you're notified every single time I upload. And I'm going to go to bed because I got work in the morning. So I'm out of here. See you all in the next video. Peace.